Is y'all ready? Told y'all I'll be here. A little past 3 o'clock though. I had a few things to do. Let's do a check. We're flying to St. Louis, Missouri. All right, let's fly to St. Louis. All right. Man, I'll be tired too, but like I said, I'm gonna be working on the next 2 weeks, man. Every day. So I gotta get some type of fun in, right? Pimax is sending me a headset replacement. Not the headset itself, because the headset's not broke. It's the strap. It's the head strap that's broke. That's why I've been not flying in VR. I'm flying like this, which I don't mind this too. You make sure I got audio. All right, yeah, that sounds good. So yeah, they're sending me another one. So I'll be flying this way. And then the bad part is I got prescription inserts being sent to me too. And I probably have those and can't even fly without, which would suck. I'm a little sleepy, but I'll be all right. And of course, y'all know once we get in the sky, man, we gotta check on your boy Trump. See what's been going on in the world. Pocket sky. All right. Pocket sky up. Let's get our navigraph going. All right, so. All right. Let's get to work. I don't remember that looking like that. Why does that look like that? You know what I mean? Hopefully we don't have no WASM crash. I might just give up on the recording my flights, because none of them turn out right, man. I don't get it neither. These guys be getting these good flights recorded. For some reason, I can't get it. There's always something that ends up wrong with it. All right, so let's get to work. Again, we're flying to St. Louis, Missouri. Nav 1, Nav 2, Nav 3. Hopefully everything goes right, but you never know with a flight like mine. Anything can go wrong. You just never know. Even I'm along for the ride, you know? It just is what it is. It'll be what it's gonna be. In port. And if you be, you know, chilling with me, man, I appreciate y'all, man. Like, for real. Because like I said, I used to watch other people do it, You know what I mean? Before I got mine, and I was just like, I thought it was cool. You know what I mean? So now I'm doing the same in return. Like, for real, I don't even know if I could even enjoy playing this without sharing it with y'all. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know. It's just different. Like, I was doing it at first, and I was just like, because I was insecure or whatever, I guess. I'm really not a streamer, I guess. I'm a streamer now, I guess. Because I stream all the time now. I don't even play it without streaming. All right, let's go to our flight plan, got our routing. How about that? Let's go over here. 28 right, backing. Okay. There it is. Delete. Delete. All right, so when we get to St. Louis, we're going on 24. Why is it moving like that? We're going runway 24. Blocker. RBS, what the hell? I don't see none of that. Okay, so none, yeah. Check for discontinuities. None. That looks good to me. It looks great. Okay. I say we go ahead and get some people. What? What do you mean? You are too late. What? You're alive? Did I do that shit already? Hold on. You got to correct that. Talking about I'm late for my flight. I must have made my flight. All right, so let's get this flight out. Okay.
Boarding requested.
Hello, team. This is your Captain Mandrake speaking. Thank you for flying with me with African American Airlines. This should be a pretty smooth flight to St. Louis. And as usual, Erica, I love the way you take care of the passengers and keep up the good work.
Thank you, Captain Mandrake. I appreciate your kind words and will continue to ensure our passengers are well taken care of.
Okay, so those doors are opening up. Gotta turn this up because I never remember to do it for some reason. All right, so we want to get clearance delivery.
Hello, Captain. We're ready for pushback.
Passengers boarding starting.
Why would there be movement?
Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Okay.
Locking gear.
Man, that door is open. Why isn't the damn door open? Let's see. Open. Transit. I don't know what. It's not doing what it needs to do. There we go. Oh, shit. Close. There you go. All right, come on, y'all. Get to work, man. Uh, 18. $29.74. Oh, here, clearance. Request an IFR clearance to St. Louis, Missouri. Kingdom Heavy.
Clearance on request. You're number 1. Kingdom Heavy, cleared to St. Louis. Radar vectors Bacon. Then is filed. Climb and maintain 5,000. Expect flight level 32010 minutes after departure. Departure on 126.625 squawk 3435. Expect runway 28 right.
Clear to St. Louis. Radar vectors Bacon. Then is filed. Climb and maintain 5,000 feet. Expect flight level 32010 minutes after departure. Departure on 126.625 squawk 3435. Expect runway 28 right. Kingdom Heavy.
Kingdom Heavy, read that correct.
Identify.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard American Airlines. Flight 22455 to
I need her to get that right.
We kindly ask you to take your seats according to your boarding passes and stow your hand luggage in the overhead bins or under the seats in front of you. If you need any assistance, please feel free to reach out to any member of our crew. Thank you for choosing to fly with us today.
Go ahead and get this win in. 018. 023. QNH. 1983. Barrow. I'll do it on here so y'all can see where I'm getting my information real quick. I normally do it right here in front of my face, but. All right, so St. Louis, we're gonna runway 24. ILS. ILS 200. 309, buddy. All right, so flight level is going to be 340, but we're going to expect 5,000 as we're leaving, right? All right, let's see what we expect from on air real quick, guys. I wonder if you guys can still see that. You probably can't, so let me go ahead and fix that so you can see it. That way y'all at least see what I'm doing too. All right, so. All right. Even though I shut this down, I didn't even realize it, huh? I need to start having my people getting on routes too. All right, so I'm gonna need 43. I'm just gonna make it 44 and 14 add to the top. Hold on, let me go ahead and let's just do let's say 14. So we're just gonna do 190, 198. All right, so we're gonna wait for them to go ahead and get all that situated. We do have our APU now, so we're gonna go ahead and disconnect from the GPU. Baggage loading. We got half the passengers on board. We're not gonna we ain't gonna confirm our speed yet until we get all the way loaded up. Let's go ahead and set this up above TARA. I feel like I'm missing something. One day I'm gonna look at how to do the checks in this plane, because I know my air over here is different in this plane. And then there's alarms and shit everywhere. Like test buttons that I know nothing about right now. Like the PMDGs and shit. I've fooled with those, but this one I really haven't fooled around with it. But it's up there. There's test buttons up there somewhere. See, that's a test. Okay. That's a test button. Let's go ahead and turn some lights on. I don't care. Logo lights. Standby compass. I don't know what that is. test reset. What is this? I don't know. I ain't messing with it. I don't know nothing about it. Let's make sure our FS Realistic Plus is working. All right. Chase plane. Profile. Okay. No sounds. Realistic. Okay. By Airline pilot. Let's try that one. Check the sounds on this one then. Let's hear Airline pilot. Let's go for it. Cinematics. Oh yeah, that's right. I turned that shit off. So we basically waiting on yeah. Okay. However, why didn't let me set fuel though? Man, it's because we're still loading passengers. Yeah. Okay. I could request refueling, but I want to see what it's like. I don't want to wait on nobody. Yeah. All right, yeah, let's try this out. Yeah. We're gonna do this, y'all. Look, my man all the way back into the wall and shit though, right? I should put, I wonder if it's gonna pull a lot of, hurt my frame rate. But let's put in some traffic. See, open file location. I think I put it inside my community folder actually. FSO. Yep, traffic injector. All right, let's try it. Let's see what it's gonna do. Allow. Want to change any above settings? No. Okay, so we get some traffic in here, y'all. Should populate up. So our boarding, let's see what happens if it'll board up. All right, 324 passenger boarded. Okay, yep, I can do it. All right, so we set fuel. We set that. Let's go to on air, start tracking. The hell, why is this showing that? What's going on here? All right, let's track. All right, we tracking, y'all. We is ready to go. We is not playing no games whatsoever. We are in here. All right, so let's go to ground. Over here, ground. Requesting pushback to start up. Kingdom heavy.
Kingdom heavy, pushback approved, tail north.
Pushback approved, tail north. Kingdom heavy. Let's go here. I'm gonna tail north, so my tail is north, buddy. Let's go ahead and getting us where we need to be. Straight push back. But face east on apron. Fuck it.
Release parking brakes.
Auto brake off.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
All right. Let's turn the APU bleed on. Turn beacon on. APU bleed. Engine 2.
Cabin attendants, armed doors and cross-check. Welcome aboard our flight to St. Louis with an estimated flight time of 50 minutes. We ask all passengers to pay close attention to the upcoming safety demonstration, as it contains important information even for frequent flyers. Please fasten your seatbelt, ensuring they are secured whenever the seatbelt sign is illuminated. Return your seatbacks
Your
straight
flight
in
will be
to the
monitored
upright
until you
position
land and shut down the
open
engines.
window blinds for takeoff. Mobile phones and electronic devices must be set to flight mode, and larger devices should be slowed during takeoff and landing. Smoking and the use of e-cigarettes.
This dude gonna stop?
Oxygen masks will drop automatically if needed. Hold the mask firmly.
I think I should have him
place it
stop.
over your nose and mouth, and breathe normally. Life
You know, they're
vests
not that
are
smart.
on your seat. Put it on and inflate it only after leaving the aircraft.
Set
Floor
parking
level
brakes.
lighting will guide you to the nearest exit, which may be behind you.
Waiting your confirmation.
Engine 1.
Engine start.
Evacuation. Leave all personal belongings behind and follow crew instructions. If any electronic device becomes hot or shows signs of damage, please inform a crew member immediately. The safety information card is located in the seat pocket in front of you. Thank you for your attention.
All right.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Or air ground. Requesting taxi to runway 28 right, Kingdom Heavy.
Unlocking gear.
What the hell? Come on, man. O'Hare ground. Requesting taxi to runway 28 right, Kingdom Heavy.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Kingdom Heavy, runway 28 right, taxi via Alpha 18, Victor Yankee.
Runway 28 right, taxi via Alpha 18, Victor Yankee, Kingdom Heavy. All right, flaps is ready to go. Let's give it a test. Everything's normal. We're good to go. We are ready to go, guys. All right, so we got Alpha 18, Victor, Yankee. So Victor, so we down here somewhere. There we go. Right here. Okay, so we're not going too far. We're going right here. All right, let's do it. Get our taxi lights on. I'm talking like I'm really a pro or some shit. Like, I don't know what I'm doing, honestly. But I'm gonna learn this plane all the way. 'Cause so far, this is my favorite plane, man. But I like flying the PMDG too, so. Fucking fast, bro. Slow your ass down, brody. All right, I'm getting confused now. Which it ain't hard to do, trying to do the shit that I'm doing. Trying to be the narrator and everything. Hold on. 18. Why does it make me go back here? Oh, that's right, because I am supposed to go right. I don't know why my brain said go left. We in here. We doing this, team. I'm hoping for safe travels. You never know with me, man. It all can go to shit real quick. All right. Hey, saying the Victor. I don't know, man. I tell you what, these green grapes is hitting different. Bro, I just passed Victor, bro. Smoothly. See, it's this shit right here that makes me scared to get on VATSIM. Because I'm telling you, these maps, they're good, but they're not accurate. You'll be passing your spot, but the plane don't look like it on here. Like right now, I'm like going over, I'm not even on the lane. I'm past this lane. Hey, let's get a shot. Yeah. Let's run into some shit in the process. Can we crash? Are we gonna crash? I can't be on target. I know I'm on target. Gotta be, see? All right, so let's get over the tower. Let's do this. O'Hare Tower. Requesting departure from runway 28 right, Kingdom Heavy.
I'm working on that clearance. Stand by.
How about to say it is a plane coming. Let's look at it.
Kingdom Heavy, cleared to St. Louis. Radar vectors Bacon. Then is filed. Climb and maintain 5,000. Expect flight level 32010 minutes after departure. Departure on 126.625 squawk 3435. Expect runway 28 right.
Clear to St. Louis. Radar vectors backing. Then it's filed. Climb and maintain 5,000. Expect flight level 32010 minutes after departure. Departure on 126.625. We said all this before, but thank you.
Kingdom Heavy, read that correct.
Kind of jumpy a little bit. O'Hare Tower, requesting departure from runway 28 right, Kingdom Heavy.
I'm working on that clearance. Stand by.
Team, please be seated. Team, please be seated for departure. Thank you.
Not clear what you said. Say again.
Copy, Captain. Cabin is secure, and crew are taking seats
Unable
now.
to accommodate runway change requests unless sim brief runway lock setting is turned off. Expect runway 28 right.
Expect runway 28 right. Requesting departure from runway 28 right, Kingdom Heavy. Who the hell am I waiting on now?
Some request. You're number 1.
Ah! See, I've turned traffic on. We gotta wait, man. We gotta be patient.
Unable to accommodate runway change requests unless sim brief runway lock setting is turned off. Expect
I didn't
runway
ask for that.
28 right.
Understood. Thank you.
American X-ray 2 Tree is cleared to St. Louis Airport at 5.
I'll have your clearance in just a
runway
second.
10 left. Climb and maintain.
Thank you, sir.
Departure frequency is 119.0. Squawk 6044.
Kingdom Heavy, say again.
I said thank you.
Kingdom Heavy, not clear what you said. Say again.
Disregard.
Departure frequency is 125.0, squawk 6044, American X-ray 2 Tree.
Kingdom Heavy, disregarded.
American X-ray 2 Tree. Read back correct. Contact ground on 121.675. Good day.
FedEx. Come on, we got to be ready now. I don't see nobody else in the sky, man. Can we leave? I hope it ain't glitching. O'Hare Tower, requesting departure from runway 28 right, Kingdom Heavy.
Kingdom Heavy, unable to accommodate runway change requests unless sim brief runway lock setting is turned off. Expect runway 28 right.
That's what I said. O'Hare Tower requesting departure from 28 right, Kingdom Heavy. I'm not asking for a runway change, bro. O'Hare Tower at runway 28 right, Kingdom Heavy.
Kingdom Heavy Heavy, contact O'Hare Tower for runway 28 right departure.
Bro. Oh, hell no. Yeah, I'm tripping. O'Hare Tower requesting departure from runway 28 right, Kingdom Heavy. I was on the wrong frequency.
Kingdom Heavy Heavy, runway 28 right, winds 100 at 4, fly runway heading, cleared for takeoff.
Winds 100 at 4, fly runway heading, cleared for takeoff, Kingdom Heavy. Let's hurry up and go before that one get up here. We got this. We know rookies. Let's get on up out of here before he get up here, though. Oh, shit.
On runway 28.
Bro.
Right remaining.
I hope that plane ain't coming here.
1,700 feet.
Bro, is that plane? It better not be. No, it's not.
V1.
Rotate. Let's get our famous shot.
Airborne.
Oh, I'm a little over. Gears. Flaps.
Kingdom Heavy Heavy, contact departure.
Contact departure, Kingdom Heavy. Let's make sure we good in here. I'll be moving too fast. Ooh, a little bumpy. It's a little bumpy. It's a little bumpy. Oh, Chirac. Oh, let's make sure this is right. Yeah, I was about to start speeding, bruh. It almost got me. Ooh, it's bumpy. It's raining his ass off. Okay, all right. Okay, I see you. Landing lights off. Sunny day. Everybody loves them. Tell me, baby, can you stand the rain? Sun will come. But this we know for sure. This we tell me, baby, can you stand the rain? Hold on, fuck it. All the perfect days, I knew that I can count on you. And that's not possible. Tell me when we lit the storm. Oh, but I need time by you. I can't nobody sound like that motherfucker, boy. That motherfucker was the hard pitch motherfucker. All right, so what we gotta hold on. Contact departure. Departure at flight level 5,000 feet, Kingdom Heavy.
Mandrake Kingdom Heavy, midway departure, radar contact. Climb and maintain flight level 270, turn left heading 180, vectors to Bacon, then on course.
Climb and maintain flight level 270, turn left heading 180, vectors to Bacon, then on course, Kingdom Heavy. Oh.
Kingdom Heavy, direct Bacon, then as filed, please.
No. Bro, why are we up here? That wasn't even supposed to be on like that. Oh, bro, that messed up the church's money. Bro, come on, man. Thank you. Direct back in, then it's filed. Kingdom Heavy. So I'm saying, like, why is it? Thank you. It told me direct backing. This will be my first time using this. Oh. All right, so we're gonna be climbing to flight level 270. While I was doing that, let's get to the news, damn it. The hell's been going on? Let's see. Inside Shadow Intelligence. Let's look at some shit. Let me make sure y'all good though. Everybody good? Everybody good? All right, so MJ12 documents. That looks interesting. Bondi skip deposition as top oversight dim calls her mastermind of a White House cover-up. Look at my man Bernie. Israel's losing U.S. support. Let's hear this.
Hey there, I'm Harry Anthony. Today we are running all the numbers on Israel's U.S. popularity problem. Israel is losing support here in the United States, even amongst Republicans. Take a look at
now that's different. The Republicans.
Young Republicans. Look at this massive shift that we have had over just the last 4 years. The net favorability of Israel among Republicans on the age of 50. Then go back to 2020.
Let's see where we at.
2 thumbs up. 2 thumbs up for
10,000 feet.
Young Republicans. But by 2025, look at this. 40 or 30-point shift away. Their net favorability down to -2. Today, look at this, minus 16 points. That's an over 40-point shift in just one.
At our
2,
3 o'clock,
3,
14
4
miles
years
out,
time
you'll spot
away
Mayfair
from
Park.
Israel
This
amongst
green
young
oasis is a
Republicans.
favorite
But
among
that's not the
locals for
only
its
part of
sprawling
the
fields and
Republican
winding
base where
walking
Israel
trails.
is struggling.
The park
How
was
about
established as
amongst
part of
moderate or
Plainfield's
liberal
effort to
Republicans?
preserve
They make up
natural
about a
spaces
third
as the
of the
town
Republican
grew,
base
and it's
at
become a
this point
hub
in
for
time.
community
The net
events and summer
favorability of
picnics.
Israel with moderate
If you
liberal
look
Republicans
closely,
back
you
in
might catch a
2022,
baseball game or two
again,
in
2
progress.
thumbs up. You'll notice
I
Those
don't
little
think
dots
Israel
running around
realized
the
what they've
diamond are
done.
future big leaguers in
At
training.
26
And here's
points.
something.
Today,
The park is named after the Mayfair subdivision.
Because the only people that's
one
going
of
to
the
support
earliest
them is
neighborhoods
like
developed in this part of Plainfield.
old people that's going to
Kingdom
retire.
Heavy,
4 years
contact
time,
Chicago approach on
moderate liberal
119.35.
Republicans shifting away from Israel.
Contact Chicago
And
approach
this, to
on
me, gives you an
119er
indication
35
of
Kingdom Heavy.
Why one
Thank
of
you
the
for your
more
attention,
ardent
and
critics
enjoy the
of
flight.
Israel within the Republican Party is actually at this point favored to win a competitive primary. You may know him, Thomas Massey. He, of course, is the representative from Kentucky's 4th District. He has been opposed by Donald Trump. Donald Trump has endorsed his opponent. Pro-Israel voices are also opposed. Many of them have also opposed Thomas Massey. But at this point, look at this.
Has anybody seen that movie Project Hail Mary?
That Republican primary in Kentucky
I need to see that.
is actually more likely than not to occur. Look at this. According to the Council Prediction Market at this point, a 71% chance. But here's the thing. Again, I'm building blocks here. It's not just on the right. It's not just among Republicans where Israel is losing support amongst the unexpected places. How about among younger men? Younger men who were a key part of Donald John Trump's coalition.
I've been fucking these grapes up, bro. I need to put them up. I'm eating this shit like it's dinner.
Favorability of Israel among men under the age of 50. In 2022, not too bad, but not too hot to trot either at -3 points. By 2025, again, down we go, -22 points. That is a 19-point shift in just 3 years' time. But it gets even worse. Look at this for Israel. -47 points. That's a 44-point shift away from Israel on the net favorability amongst young men who, of course, shifted massively into the Republican column back in 2024, and they have been shifting away from Israel over the last 4 years. But here's the thing. You want to talk about unexpected, perhaps no number I have seen is more unexpected than this one. Because when we talk about the Democratic base, right, we talk about men against Israel. That's been from liberal, very little liberal Democrats for a decent period of time. But now we're even seeing among moderate and conservative Democrats. Because take a look at these numbers. I mean, this is a sea change. This is a sea change. Net favorability of Israel among non-liberal Democrats, those who identify as either moderate or conservative. Back in 2022, Israel was on the plus side of it. I'll give it 1 thumbs up at +3 points. Look at this. By 2025,
It's because they're evil as shit. They're demons.
3 years' time. You think that's a big shift? How about now? Look at this.
Anytime a government, including our own, can just bomb people, innocent people, it's evil as shit.
Now, why are we seeing it?
And we looked at evil too now.
Amongst Democrats, amongst Republicans,
It's terrible, man. I can't even imagine here in the United States. See, we got the, as of now, we have the privilege, but I'm saying, me just sitting here with my family, we ain't did shit to nobody. And then a fucking bomb just come in and blow up me and my family. Like, what the fuck? That shit's insane, man. That shit's insane. Like, that's crazy, bro. And Israel's just doing that shit to any and everybody. They don't give a fuck. They just want the land. They want all of them dead. You know, I'm like, they're evil as shit, man. They're demons to me. I don't support them at all. I'm an anti-Zionist. You want some more grapes? Here, you can take it. You don't have to eat them all. You can eat as many as you want. But when you finish, put them in the refrigerator, because if you don't eat them all, I want them to be cold. Love you. My daughter, she's staying home. She ain't feeling well, so. But she's well enough, right?
depending on which polling you look at, in terms of who Americans sympathize with, the margin very much goes on the side of Israel. But look at where we are now.
All right, so we're getting close.
Americans sympathize more with the Palestinians by an 11-point margin. That is a shift of nearly 40 points in just 4 years' time when you compare it to 2023 after the October 7th attack. We're talking about, what, a 50, 60-point change? My goodness gracious. This is the best position that the Palestinians have ever been in the minds of the American public. The Palestinians making history in terms of who Americans sympathize more with.
You damn right we sympathize with Palestinians. You damn right.
Why we're seeing this shift among all these different groups, and overall as well. It is because of the man who right now is the Prime Minister, the long-time Prime Minister of Israel, who's been Prime Minister at least in parts all the way back to my child. I mean, I think he was the Prime Minister when I was like 8 or 9. That is how long. And while I look young, I'm not that young anymore. But take a look at Bibi Netanyahu. Look at his capability.
Put his ass in jail.
In early 2024, he was on the
Bibi
ledger at plus 9 points.
needs to be in jail.
Look now. Minus
Period.
23 points. Again, an over 30-point shift.
Somebody need to what do they used to call that? Waterboard his ass.
And among independents, we're talking about that his net favorability rating.
Waterboard him.
Minus 35 points.
Bomb his ass and his family. He deserves it. He deserves a bombing drop on his ass. That's how I see it.
This is starting to have major electoral ramifications. Israel has become the four-letter word in Democratic primary. And one way you can see that is AIPAC, right? AIPAC is the lobbying group. Google searches for AIPAC in 2026.
Ban them.
Up like a rocket.
Get rid of AIPAC.
63% versus
Get rid of AIPAC.
High last month. You often hear those on the left.
In my Trump voice.
Using AIPAC against their opponents if they have in fact taken money from AIPAC. I'm not expecting that to be anytime soon on the left. I think the question is going to be, if the young Republican numbers hold, see this right here, will AIPAC and Israel become a boogeyman on the right as well? We're not really quite sure at this point.
They are a boogeyman.
Maybe they'll change back the other way in 4 years' time. But the bottom line is that views on Israel have shifted tremendously in a lot of unexpected places, not just.
We should literally go over there and kick Israel's ass
So this was me,
and
all the numbers on Israel's
kick Israel's ass and get a regime change in Israel. That's what we need to do. Lock BB ass up. What else we got? Oh, let's see what you got to say, buddy.
Welcome one and all to the late show. I'm the host, Stephen Colbert.
Ah.
The last 3 years, the Donald Trump was
All right, so we're almost at 27,000 feet.
And I'll just let this actual 100% real. We did not make this up or change this footage in any way. C-SPAN report. Sum up the times we live in.
President Trump spoke to reporters outside the Oval Office after having McDonald's delivered via the online food ordering service DoorDash. He then took questions from reporters on several topics, including the ongoing conflict with Iran and a recent Truth Social post depicting himself as Jesus, which he denies, saying he thought it depicted him as a doctor.
But C-SPAN can't make that sound normal. If you just woke up from a coma and that report was the first thing you saw, you'd ask the doctor to put you back in. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, you'd ask the Jesus to put you back in. By now, I'm sure.
Oh, no, hold on.
What are you talking about? Wake up.
Got my man Mehdi Hassan. He be snapping. He be on their ass.
Has an opportunity to stop this before now. And hearing him talk about monsters in charge of governments, the face of terror, nuclear weapons. Who are we talking about here? Iran or Israel? Which country in the Middle East attacked 6 countries in the Middle East last year. 6. It wasn't Iran, it was Israel.
You're in absolute denial, and so is Candace Owens, and so is Tucker Carlson.
I'm not here to speak for Tucker Carlson or Candace Owens.
Hey, it's crazy seeing that Candace Owens and Tucker Carlson, they been on his ass, man. I like it's at first I'll be like, man, they're talking the good shit right now. I just hope it stay there. Oh, hold on, we gotta watch for the Terrys. You gotta make sure ain't no Israelis on here, you know. They try to do 9/11 all over again, you know, take over the plane and blame it on Iraqis or some shit. All right, okay. At flight level 270, Kingdom Heavy.
As I said on this show 3 weeks ago,
Mandrake Kingdom Heavy, Chicago approach, good morning.
The simply question whether Israel is the barrier to ending, while many Israelis believe the war is righteous and necessary,
We are now
damage
flying at a
Israel's global
comfortable
standard.
altitude.
Devastating.
The cabin crew will
Spain is
begin the snack and
open
beverage
for
service
technology.
shortly. We invite you to enjoy some of our popular items from the menu,
Record numbers
including
now
our
look on
signature chicken
favourably on
salad
Israel and the United
and
States.
refreshing
but
fruit
then
juices.
the thing, using
After the
modern
service, selected
and
items
Yahoo
from your shop
Sports
will
Club.
also
See,
be
a
available for
disaster.
you to browse.
We're going to play this.
Thank
As many
you
as
for your
some
attention.
He ain't gonna tell me to get up to 380. We're not going to 380.
Welcome to both of you.
I checked in, so I ain't gonna ask for it if I ain't gotta go up further.
Mandrake Kingdom Heavy,
Shit.
Chicago approach, climb and maintain flight level 320.
Painted a pretty extraordinary picture.
Climb and maintain flight level 230, Kingdom Heavy.
With the head of Mossad appearing on a large screen, and painting a picture of what would happen if the United States joined Israel in taking out the supreme leader of Iran and his top people, who are all going to be congregating. That inevitably what would happen, the IRGC, the sort of ruling
Scratching up my
regime,
Kingdom Heavy, contact Chicago Center on 123.75.
rise up at the moment.
Contact Chicago Center on 123.75, Kingdom Heavy.
And all that's happened is that, and a lot of people in the room on the American side thought this was fantasy land. And all that's happened is the first part happened. The Ayatollah and his top people were taken out in a successful strike. But the IRGC remained in place. The people of Hammond was up, and the Iranians had worked out the spirit of this could be used as an economic weapon to rival anything that people could do against them militarily, causing enormous global economic damage. Do you accept that the Americans were saying the pact?
What y'all think? Tell me what y'all think. You know what I mean? Like, y'all don't think... Now, I'm going to say something very controversial. Right now. Something very controversial. All right? I'm not saying... Because, again, this dude is terrible. Okay? But what I'm trying to say is, what did Hitler and them know about these guys in Israel that we didn't know? For them to respond the way they responded. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying the response was good, because nobody deserves to die. However, I want to know why he hated them so much. Like, what were they doing? Were they doing what they're doing over there to them? I'm just saying, because they were warring then too. Poland and Germany and all that. And Germany lost to Poland. You know what I'm saying? Like, what has this always been their thing to, you know, because of, well, the Khazars, and this is me just spewing out shit that I'm learning, okay? That don't mean I got it right. At one point, they were forced to believe in some type of religion, right? Because they didn't. And they chose Judaism. But they believe to themselves that they're the chosen people of God and everybody else is like dogs and animals and everything is theirs. Everything is theirs. So has this attitude always been that way? Have they been always doing this stuff to their neighbors? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm pretty sure if the Palestinians, if they knew the shit that they would be doing to them right now, they probably would have killed them motherfuckers already before they got to this point. And then we looking at the Palestinians like Hitler, right? But these motherfuckers literally are acting like Hitler. The Israelis are. Bibi, it's fucking Hitler. He's fucking Hitler. I'm just saying. He's the Hitlerish. He's Hitlerish. No one can debate or argue with that.
Has not signed the NPT, the Non-Proliferation Treaty.
I'm like,
it's Israel. Which country in the Middle East?
It's crazy, man. I don't know, man. I just hope. I hate to say it, but I hope that those that participated and agree with how the Palestinians has been treated, I hope they get that in return. I really do. I mean that part, not the people, because you got good Israelis out there, the rabbis and stuff like that, that's not okay with none of this stuff. I don't want them, nothing to happen to them. I want them to have a fruitful life amongst the Palestinians as they were before the Zionists got there. At flight level 320, Kingdom Heavy.
Look at actually the reaction.
Rocky Kingdom Heavy, Chicago Center, good morning.
You know, you've got Tucker Carlson, Megyn Kelly, Candace Owens, Alex Jones. You've got Trump supporters like Joe Rogan, Theo Vaughn, and others, the big podcasters you hope get him elected. There's a massive cross-section of very influential people, many of whom are conservative Trump supporters historically, who have condemned this war and want nothing to do with it. So I don't think you can just bat it away as, oh, it's just a bunch of, liberals throwing their toys out.
Heavy, whenever you'd like to send and maintain flight level 230.
Because projection is used by...
It's saying they maintain flight level 230, Kingdom Heavy.
Alternative to the projection.
Oh shit, I like that. They told me.
There's an end when Iran is trying to develop enriched uranium, and already back before the JCPOA had already developed 6 times, and now they've developed
Kingdom Heavy, contact Kansas City Center on 124.3.
20 times the amount.
Contact Kansas City Center on 124.3, Kingdom Heavy.
Is that still a projection, or is it when they actually press that little button and it lands in the U.S.?
Well, let me ask you, hold on, here.
Hang on that point.
On that point, if you said
projection that 22 civilians have been killed by ballistic missiles, and we've had 600 warheads on Israel. We've had warheads land in Kuwait, 6,000 warheads land on Saudi Arabia. And regarding, it's so funny, regarding Iran, you put them on the court bench. Let's just call in someone for a character reference, comparing Iran to Israel. Who's Iran? Well, they've developed a global terror regime that stretches from the Middle East.
No, Israel created the terror regimes from the shit that they've been doing. They're deflecting and gaslighting all the time.
They created Hezbollah, the world's largest terror organization.
No, y'all created that.
You created Hezbollah, right?
Thank you. He said it. Good job, Mehdi. Thank you, Mehdi. He said it.
Do we need such a projection? I mean, only an idiot would actually say we need a projection to understand what Iran's intent is. We don't even need a slide to connect something.
Come on, Mehdi. Get him. Get him, Mehdi.
Denial, and so is Candace Owens, and so is Tucker Carlson.
Doran Spielman, you're full of shit. I smell it through the screen.
I'm not here to speak for... Hold on. Let me respond.
Get his ass.
I'm not here to speak for Tucker Carlson or Candace Owens, who I've been very critical of. I'm not here to speak for Iran, who I've been very critical of. I'm here to talk about fact. You say projection. Let's just deal with your little speech in 2 ways.
Absolutely.
Even if I were to accept your premise that Iran's nuclear program was a threat,
get him. Get him.
it wasn't. But let's accept your premise that it was a threat. This is not the way you stop.
If I was really flying airplanes, I'll be on YouTube just like this.
Donald Trump opposed. Iran was enriching at 3.67%, had no pathway to a bomb under the JCPOA, as every major disarmament and nuclear expert said at the time. It was Israel, Netanyahu, Trump that opposed this, and now we have them at 60% enriched uranium because of the actions of Israel and Donald Trump. So if you claim to want to stop Iran from having a nuclear weapon, you've done a very bad job of doing that.
Right.
In fact, if you're the Iranian leadership now, you probably want the bomb more now than ever before because you've been attacked by Israel 2 years running. That's one point. On the point about projection, the point I'm making is this, Doran, and you dodged it, so let me ask it again. The only country in the Middle East right now that can put its finger on a button and fire a nuke is Israel. The only country threatening to fire the nuke it has, Ben-Gvir smiled and nodded the other day when an Israeli journalist suggested nuking Iran, is Israel. Why is your country, Doran, you're a spokesman for the military, in violation of UN Resolution 487, which was unanimously passed, including by the Reagan administration in 1981, calling for Israel to open up its nuclear facilities to the IAEA? Why don't you allow IAEA inspectors to look at your illicit secret nuclear weapons?
Right.
First of all, I think you and I both know that there are no binding United Nations resolutions against Israel, not in
Yes,
any
there is.
sphere.
UN Security Council Resolution 487. You're wrong, Doran. You're wrong, Doran.
UN resolution.
You're wrong.
And there is
You're wrong. You're lying. Everyone can Google it right now. UN Security Council Resolution 487. People can Google it.
You just said it yourself.
UN Security Council Resolution.
Kansas City Center, at flight level 230, Kingdom Heavy.
I'll wait and make my point again. Well, let me just make one point, and then I'll let you speak indefinitely. UN Resolution 487. You can Google it right now. People can watch it at home. In 1981, the Reagan administration voted for it. It calls on Israel to urgently open up its facilities to IAEA controls. That is a UN Supreme Council resolution which is binding under international law. Israel has been in violation of it for 45 years. Why are you in violation of it? And do you accept that Israel has nuclear weapons? If you won't accept that, why should we take anything you say seriously?
Right.
It is not a binding resolution. However, I want to get to your point because I think you just answered it for me. You said that this has been Israel, according to you, has been in violation for 40 years. So therefore, you're assuming Israel's had a nuclear weapon for 40 years. Can you tell me one time that
it has?
One single time
Are you
where
denying
Israel
that?
has threatened
Are you denying
another
that?
country with
Doran, are
nuclear
you denying?
weapons? Can you tell me, Benny, one time when the Israeli Prime Minister under an entire command center.
Last
we
week,
have the ability with massive controls. Just one second.
I answered your question.
That is
last week,
referred to another country. Hold on, Benny. Another country, as you and I both know, that Iran, who you have projections about, the supreme leader, right, Ali Khamenei, which I'm very curious why you defend him and his entire regime. Ali Khamenei refers to Israel as the little Satan, and we both know how he refers to the United States. Meaning, the spiritual leader, you've called him a spiritual leader.
Doran, you're not. Let me jump in here. Doran, let me jump in. Let me jump in, please.
Calls America the Great Satan.
Let me jump in,
and you want to
please.
give him a nuclear
Doran,
weapon.
stop
Israel
talking.
and us are fighting together
Doran,
against
please
terror
stop
regimes.
talking. I am here. I am here, and I am moderating this panel. I should both like to just get off without me. Many raises the point I have raised with a number of pros rated guests in the last week. Why is it that Israel does not admit it has nuclear weapons? And are you prepared to do so now?
Israel, as we all know, is a state that upon its very founding...
Heavy descend and maintain 11,000 feet. Turn right heading 240 vectors for the ILS runway 24 approach. Altimeter 2981.
Israel was attacked by...
Descend and maintain 1,000 feet. Turn right heading 240. Vectors for the ILS runway 24 approach. Altimeter 2981. Kingdom Heavy.
According to the non-proliferation treaty, Israel has not signed, and therefore is not
Kingdom Heavy descend and maintain 10,000 feet. Altimeter 2981.
It has not used it, and if it maintains it, it is because...
Why are you saying...
Descend and maintain 10,000 feet. Altimeter 2981. Kingdom Heavy.
Holocaust, which is International Holocaust Day in Israel, not in It's Israeli Holocaust Day, and we are mourning tonight 6 million Jews that have died.
Turn heading, what did it say?
Therefore, Israel is not bound by the nuclear proliferation treaty. It didn't sign on. Who is bound? the United States has done, and it is followed it.
Yeah, but how
And
can
guess
you
what?
demand?
Iran,
How
hold
can
on, wait,
you
wait,
demand?
wait.
Yours,
Iran, I answered
Doran,
you.
you're
I
not
answered
answering
you
my
because of
question.
an existential
Doran,
threat.
Doran.
I just want to say Iran has signed it and violated it
Doran,
from already from 2002.
How can you, with a straight face, defend Israel's determination for full transparency by another country over its nuclear weapon ambitions when you have so far steadfastly ducked my very simple question as to whether Israel has its own nuclear weapons? And
I have not ducked your question.
Well, do
I'm
you have
answering
them or
you,
not?
Pierce, and I explained to you that while I
Do you have
do
them?
not have first-hand knowledge of Israel's nuclear facilities like you, I took the phone reports.
You don't
and
know-
would
you
assume
don't
that it is.
know.
Hold on, I'm answering.
As a
Yes,
reservist
and
IDF
I would assume
spokesman,
it's
you
highly
don't know if
likely.
Israel's new.
I would assume it is highly likely, as to you, that Israel has a nuclear program. Israel never signed the NPT, and the reason Israel never signed the NPT, I would assume, even though I wasn't in the room, is because Israel made this individual right to defend itself. To compare that to Iran and a potential nuclear program in a regime that is the world's #1
Israel has the right to defend
terrorism.
itself.
They are not just terrorism, they engineered the idea of terrorism. They represent terror that has killed 241 American Marines. They have killed 85
Gaslight.
Jews in Buenos Aires. They have killed thousands of U.S. soldiers with roadside bombs. They have carried out, according to MI5, mass casualty attempts in England since 2022.
Heavy, contact St. Louis approach on 132.125.
Contact St. Louis approach on 132.125. Kingdom Heavy.
The idea that Israel had a nuclear weapon and Iran the potential of Hitler.
Heavy, descend and maintain 4,000 feet. Turn left, heading 215.
I noticed that Doran said that Iran killed 30,000 of its people a few minutes ago. Now he's saying 40,000. By the end of this discussion, it'll be 100,000.
Maintain 4,000 feet. Turn left heading 215. Kingdom Heavy.
Recognize the 100,000 people you killed in Gaza, that your military killed in Gaza.
Looks like we're soaring right over Widener Airport, also known as 4IS-9 in Bunker Hill, Illinois. This little airstrip is a classic example of the small, privately owned airports that dot the Midwest. It's the kind of place where pilots swap stories over a cup of coffee, and the runway is just a short walk from the nearest cornfield. Widener Airport has been serving local aviators for decades, providing a home for everything from vintage tail draggers to the occasional crop
So then
duster.
why doesn't Iran just pull out of the NPT? Why doesn't everyone just pull out of the NPT and do what Israel did? You say Israel reserves the right to defend itself. That old chestnut. No other country in the Middle East is allowed to defend itself. Israel is the country that bombed counter 6 countries in the Middle East last year. I can't think of a single country on planet Earth, aside from the US and Israel, that bombed half a dozen countries in the calendar year 2025.
Right.
That's your country that you're defending, a rogue nation that bombs whoever it sees fit and then claims to be a victim. You say that, for example, you mentioned in your comments, you said 1967 we were attacked. Complete flat falsehood. Israel attacked first in 1967. Everyone knows that. It's a documented fact. You can call it a preemptive war. You can't just lie on here and say you were attacked. You were not. You said that Iran pioneered the use of terrorism in the Middle East. Actually, that was the Zionist gang. That was the Stern gang and the Irgun who blew up British diplomats, bombed the King David Hotel, hung British sergeants, attacked British civilians and military and Arabs. It was actually Jewish and Zionist terror gang that pioneered terrorism in the Middle East 100 years ago. So a lot of your facts are just completely wrong, and you're dodging Pierce's central point, which is that you do have nukes, you know you have nukes, you're not allowed to say you have nukes, which makes the whole conversation so absurd. But the idea that you would come on TV and go after someone else's civil nuclear program, remember the US says Iran did not have nuclear weapons program, well you yourself have weapons. That's the US intelligence community's view. They said last year, that is what the US said last year. The US, I mean, let me read out the quote to you. So let me read out the quote to you. Let me read out the quote to you. If you stop interrupting me, I didn't interrupt you, Doran. You spoke.
So now that I'm getting close, what I want to start doing is, just for clarity, I want to remove my cameras and stuff because I can't get a good recording without my big ass head in the way.
Let me ask you, Doran, let me ask you a question. Doran, you can respond. You can respond, but let me ask you another question.
So I'll fly But when I get ready to land, I'm gonna take myself off. Or yeah, that's how I do that. That way I can at least clip my videos and just post the landings.
78 years ago, you got October 7th. By the way, 78 years you got October 8th. From the very beginning. Very, very, very long time.
And you interrupted me, Dora.
I assume you might have been October 8th.
You interrupted me when I was going to read out your threat assessment.
October 8th, there was also a war. That war began when Hezbollah sought Israel weakened on October 7th and launched a campaign of 6,000 rockets at Israel. And then Israel responded. Iran fired 500 ballistic missiles, which has been attacking Israel consistently. And Israel decided back then, with the United States, that it was time to deal with the number one terror regime in the entire world. And what I hear from you, Eddie, is you make an incredibly compelling case, diverting the conversation away from stopping Iran's nuclear power by hyper-focusing on the Israeli democracy that you yourself admit has had nuclear weapons for 40 years and never used them. And you were essentially getting a get out of jail free card for Iran. Eddie, are you willing, if there's a possibility in your projection, to project that Iran would have nuclear weapons, would you be concerned?
All right, well, I want to ask a question based around that.
Sorry?
They're gonna have to send me.
If I could just ask a question.
I'm not gonna be down far enough, fast enough.
Which is, if the whole purpose of this war was to stop Iran developing a nuclear weapon, you can see now that if you don't get the enriched uranium either voluntarily handed to you by Iran or by
So it's to my right.
by ground forces, that the whole war.
There it is.
No, it wouldn't have all been a failure because obviously we will not get the most important thing, which is to remove the enriched uranium from Iran.
So they're gonna tell us.
So it would be a failure if you don't get the uranium.
All right, so that middle.
If you do not get the uranium, the number one goal of this war will not be fulfilled, and it's going to put the war in a sense of stagnation, which I think will probably continue until that happens for one of two reasons. Either Iran is going to develop a nuclear weapon and threaten the rest of the world, and the world will then try to stop them. Probably too late, or at some point in the future, I don't know when, either the U.S. or Israel will try to make that happen. However, this war has been incredibly successful for a very simple reason. We have destroyed Iran's nuclear production capabilities. Its launching timers, its hard fuel, all of the many things that go in order to take that bomb, put it on a warhead, shoot it, have been destroyed. Their ballistic missile program has been weakened.
How do we know? Because last summer,
just wasn't their leadership in the planning mechanism has been destroyed.
Doran, with respect, last summer, after the 12-day war, we were assured that the whole nuclear capability of Iran had been put back decades. It was done, flat, it was over.
Right.
8 months later, a massive war was launched against Iran because it turned out that was all baloney. Now
it wasn't baloney, but I'll tell you
what many people will say is exactly the same rhetorical baloney again. You're also conceding that if the enriched uranium remains in Iran, this war's a failure. And I don't see how
I said it isn't a failure because they'll send back a terror regime that operates with ballistic missiles, operates these bombs.
They just be on here just lying. They don't get tired of lying either. At some point, you just got to like, yeah, fuck it, you guys are right. We're assholes. That's when we're gonna stay it. Just say it. Just own the shit. They don't want to own it because they're cowards.
The foremost have become a massive weapon for the Iranians to use economically, as they also simultaneously attack all their Gulf state neighbors. So the idea that you...
What flight level we at?
That at the end of this...
All right, 4,800 feet. All right, so we're getting close.
In that eventuality,
they need to give me some coordinates.
No, because a war, it's very rare that you get victory, what's called, unconditional surrender of any enemy. I don't think it's happened since World War II, which you get in worse punitive games. Again, this is not fast food. It's like the McDonald's drive-thru. The woman says, "What do you want?" You say, "I want, the Iranian regime." This is a process that began a number of months ago with the 12-day war, and what Israeli intelligence and U.S. intelligence saw is as soon as that war ended,
at 4,000 feet,
right back
Kingdom Heavy.
Program,
developing the nuclear sites, digging for the uranium that was there. They refurbished the ballistic missile sites.
St. Louis approach. Good morning, St. Louis altimeter 2981.
And like you said, that now that we see Ali Khamenei has been killed, what do we see?
Come on, give me some coordinates.
They have not reformed. They put in another member of the
100 miles from then, turn right, heading 035, descend and maintain 3500 feet until established on the localizer. Clear to the ILS runway 24 approach.
It's the idea of
Okay,
saying,
19 miles from Mena, turn right heading 035, descend and maintain 3,500 feet till established on the localizer. Clear for the ILS runway 24 approach. Kingdom Heavy.
Left the Iranian government, not just in place, there hasn't been the regime change. Netanyahu lied to Trump and said what he easy and that's what regime needed. They've not just left the Iranian regime in place, but they left the Iranian government with the clear intent to want to have to defend itself, to use Doron and the Israelis' favourite phrase, their right to self-defense. If you were in the Iranian government today, would you not want to get nuclear weapons? Would you not think, I've been attacked 2 years running by people I was in the middle of negotiation with? Every time I'm in a negotiation with them, they kill our negotiators, they kill our top foreign diplomats, they threaten to kill more of us. Every time we're doing a deal, whether it's in Geneva or Vienna or Oman, they attack us, which is what the Israelis did last year. Why would you not want to get nuclear weapons? Why would you not look at North Korea and say, no one dares touch North Korea because they have nukes? Why would you not listen to Doron speaking on Piers Morgan saying, well, we didn't sign the NPT, so we don't have any obligations not to have nukes? Why wouldn't Iran say, well, we're going to pull out the NPT? We're going to do what North Korea did, and we're going to do it because the world saw us get illegally attacked 2 years running. Doron asked me, do I want Iran to have nuclear weapons? No, I'm anti-nuclear weapons. I'm not like you. I don't support nukes to have a secret nuclear weapons program. I supported the JCPOA, which in the very first paragraph, Iran affirmed never to build nuclear weapons, which said that Iran could only enrich to 3.67%, which got rid of a lot of their highly enriched uranium. You, the Israeli government, Netanyahu, stopped the JCPOA, wrecked the JCPOA. You helped Iran enrich to 20 and then 60. You brought us to this situation, the Israeli government and the Donald Trump administration. Don't lecture the rest of us about nukes when you have nukes,
right.
And you've now incentivized Iran to get nukes. Every year,
there is no doubt about it.
There is a resolution. Let me just finish my point, Doron. You and Piers spoke for a very long time. Let me finish my point. You said you don't like interruptions, but I'll finish the point. The UN General Assembly votes every year to have a weapons of mass destruction free zone in the Middle East. Iran votes for that resolution. Everyone in the world votes for that resolution. 2 countries don't vote for that resolution. That is the US and Israel, because Israel wants to be the only power. Well, Iran doesn't have nukes, and you do.
You are so naive. It's unbelievable.
You can't even tell. You can't even tell. Doron, you can't even tell the viewers today whether Israel has nukes. You can't even say what's it. Doron, why should anyone believe anything you say? No, I'm not actually.
It's Ali Khamenei. That's your leader.
No, the US disagree with you. The IAEA.
I mean,
there's no
which
evidence.
one are you? Because you're defending. You sound like Mehdi Khamenei. We're a nice program. We vote against nuclear weapons.
Of course.
We just
Go
want
for racist insult.
2014,
That's all you have left.
we already had 20% enriched uranium. I mean, who are you speaking to? American citizen?
And yes, so hold on. You're going back to 2014, Doron?
2014.
Who are you speaking as? You're speaking as an Israeli military.
It was reporting before the
Exactly. When did the JCPOA get signed, Doron? Do you know what year?
2020.
Do you know what year the JCPOA was signed?
2015.
Exactly, the year later. So why you go back to 2014? It was resolved in 2015. And then you and Trump came along and wrecked it. No, the Trump administration vowed and said Iran was complying.
Damn. Come on, man.
Iran did what it had to do. According to the IAEA,
let's unpack the JCPOA. Mehdi, you tell us.
No.
Mehdi, tell us the conditions of the JCPOA.
I'm going to tell you what happened under the JCPOA.
Tell me about what does the JCPOA say? You know. Tell us all the truth.
I do know, and I'm telling you now. The JCPOA allowed Iran to enrich at 3.67%. When did they start enriching to 20%? When you and your friends in the Israeli government and Donald Trump tore up the JCPOA. Jim Mattis, the general of the American military, who was defense secretary, not under the JCPOA. No, they did not. As every IAEA inspector vouched for. By the way, Doron, what enriched uranium does Israel have? Because the IAEA aren't allowed into Israel. So why do you tell us? You say we're naive. Everyone watching
you're comparing Israel with Iran.
Nuclear weapons. Yes, I am. I'm comparing the country that has attacked 6 countries
Israel's not closing the Straits of Hormuz.
Why? You're worse.
International
You're
shipping.
morally worse than
Israel's
Iran.
not funding
You're
proxies
morally
to
worse
other
than Iran.
police.
You bombed
Israel
6
doesn't
countries.
target Marines.
You bombed 6 countries.
Israel does not
You
target
bombed 6
Marines or
countries
have
last year.
Hezbollah or Hamas
You bombed
or
6
kill its own
countries.
people in the streets, even though you think it does. Israel
You just
is a
murdered
democracy
children in
with a
Lebanon
leadership
last
that you don't
week.
particularly like.
Moron, your military just killed 300 people.
All right, let's get ready to turn this bad boy around.
You blew up children in strollers. You killed a 1-year-old at a funeral. You killed 300 people in Lebanon in one day last week. You filled up the hospitals. You bombed
who
any
laid out that
distribution
battlefield?
center.
Who created that battlefield?
You did. You violated the ceasefire with Hezbollah 15,000 times. Yes,
Was
you
there
violated the
anyone
ceasefire
over there? Was
15,000
there
times.
anyone called Hezbollah? That was
Dora, I know
embedded
you
in
don't
that
like facts,
population.
right? You haven't brought a single fact.
Iran wasted
15,000
the
ceasefire
streets and
violations.
they killed them in cold blood.
Why
Israel
did you violate the
tells people in
ceasefire
southern
with Hezbollah?
Lebanon, please move out of the way so that we can actually kill Hezbollah. And
No.
here's head on
Then
just
why did
last
you kill 300 people in 10 minutes? Why did you carry out Lebanon's October the 7th last week?
You know what?
St. Louis,
Why
sir.
did you carry out Lebanon's October the 7th last week?
Requesting clearance to land, runway 24.
And I think you should listen to what
Kingdom Heavy.
Here's his show.
Dora, you don't feel ashamed that your military massacred 300 people in 10 minutes? How do you sleep at night?
I'm sure it is true. I'm sure it's true that many Lebanese people would like Hezbollah gone. It's also true that many Lebanese people right now are running terrified for their lives.
Winds 210 at 1 gusting 22, clear to land, Kingdom Heavy.
People are being displaced from their homes. And there's a horrible civilian attachment that follows what happened in Gaza.
Here's, if we don't displace them, then I go on this show and we're accused of killing civilians, right? And if we do displace them, then we're accused of displacement. So
They
my
can't
question
come
to you is
back.
this. Wait,
Don't
my
lie,
question is very
Dora.
simple.
Don't gaslight us. You've told them they can't come back. That means it's ethnic
One
cleansing.
question for you. Does Israel have a right to respond to Hezbollah after they shot 6,000 rockets at us unprovoked on October 8th, 2023, one day after October 7th? Do we have a right to respond?
Any country has a right to defend itself. Of course it
Does
does.
Israel have
Does
a right
Lebanon have a right to defend itself from Israeli invasion?
How?
Hold on. Doran, you always start these timelines. You start these timelines in weird places. You say 2014, ignoring what happened in 2015. You say October 8th, 2023, you ignore what happened in 2024, Doran. Let me remind the viewers of Piers Uncensored. There was a ceasefire between Israel and Hezbollah since the end of 2024. According to the UN...
All right, we got a field in sight, guys. Runways in front of us.
UN peacekeepers in southern Lebanon say Israel violated the ceasefire.
Get down.
Not 5,000 times. They say you violated the ceasefire 15,000 times over the last 18 months. So please don't come and tell me about
I don't know about your numbers.
Israel violated that
So I have one
ceasefire. You
question.
killed,
Why did
well,
Israel...
you can Google is your friend, all right?
Gears.
400 people.
There was one...
I'm sorry, we're running out of time.
Max auto brake.
Last week, okay, the baby had a problem. They voted 300 terrorists last week. I think those are your...
Okay.
A 1-year-old baby is a terrorist. I think that's what volume's about.
If you leave it there,
The 1-year-old baby was put in
Ooh.
harm's way because his whole...
Got a little bit of wind going on, guys.
They were put in harm's way at a funeral?
We've run out of time. So thank you both very much.
Thank you, Pierce.
There's been a lot of talk.
Flaps full.
Historic victory in the Iran War in response to people's critics. There's some familiar defeats. Which one is it? Is it really possible that anything there in military victory, the general narrative?
Get ourselves lined up better.
We're going to need to discuss this at the time. Yes,
Woo!
Next Spider March, and some less armed special forces veteran, welcome to both of you. Major General Marks, is America with Israel, are they winning this war, or as some people are claiming, the asymmetrical war being waged by Iran in the Strait of Hormuz actually turning out to be more successful?
Well, I see a lot of Vietnam wrapped up in this contest we're involved in right now. We're winning immensely on the battlefield. We have crushed Iran's ability to exercise command control. We've decimated their ability to exercise, I would think, the domestic requirements of a legitimate government. We don't know who's in charge. I don't think Iranian people know who's in charge. And I doubt anybody's going to raise a hand and say, look, I want to take the mantle or the burden of leadership, knowing full well if they go outside for smoke, they're going to get shot in the head, as well they should. So my experience viewing this is that we are inflicting incredible damage, but from the perspective of who's got the longer time horizon of how much longer you can withstand pain.
Let's do this, team.
The ability to simply hang in there much longer than we do because we're dealing with political dynamics which are really incredibly difficult for us to look at a warfare through the
Ooh, shit, windy, bro.
It's all about. But I think that's where it is. I've described this in many cases, but there's a lot like Monty Python, you know, and the Holy Grail, and it's just but a scratch.
Why is it doing me like this?
Cut off, but they've got the ability to hang in there.
It's like throwing my ass around. Oh shit! I don't want to crash.
So far, we've gone from
Get over, bro.
Change to total surrender to now the main things that are stopping Iran getting so on. And it's all been very confusing and very inconsistent. But ultimately, if at the center of this is Donald Trump's claim that Iran must stop developing a weapon, can this war be perceived to be successful if the enriched uranium which Iran possesses remains in Iran in their possession?
80 knots.
Well, to extend the metaphor, I'd say that's the holy grail. You have to get that. And I don't think there has been a
shit. I should have checked to see which way I should have turned into.
To stop Iran from getting into nuclear weapon, being able to develop them, having the initiative to do it, having the ability, having ballistic missile programs and other conventional arms that protect them and stop other people from going.
Exit at Delta if able. Contact ground on 127.55. Kingdom Heavy.
Have at least been put on hold or set back decades. Their defense industrial base is non-existent at this point. They're running out of missiles and drones and everything else. And I think at some point you have to look at what President Trump's decision was. He had to either take the fact that they had begun trying to develop their new program again, which has one purpose. Let's not pretend it's about nuclear power. It never has been. It's always been about the Islamic Revolution tomorrow. And he said, if we don't do something to stop that at this point,
St. Louis ground. Crescent taxi to gate. Kingdom Heavy.
He's not going to be the guy who kicked the can down the road again. And so he took massive political damage to do the right thing for America and the world.
C9er via Sierra 1, Sierra Charlie. Good day.
Going to get the enriched uranium?
Taxi to gate C9er via Sierra 1, Sierra Charlie. Have a good day.
He's going to break the Islamic Republic's will to continue. The blockade hurts them more than us. They need to get oil revenue, and they need to bring things in. If that stops, and we have every capability to do that, it's already started, then they only have a couple of weeks where they have enough cash reserves.
All right, so Sierra 1, Sierra. This is Sierra 1, Sierra.
Storage capability is at 60%.
Charlie.
That'll be filled up in less than 2
So it's over here, but I don't see it.
They have to shut their wells down. And that
C9.
breaks the wells. That ruins the ability to continue pumping. So they've got a 2-week window tops if we enforce this blockade.
I see one through.
That maximum pressure comes from. You know, the kinetic stuff broke their dangerous cores.
Oh, there we go.
Their ability to continue both internally and externally. Major General Marks, do you agree with that assessment?
Well, I agree with
C6.
absolutely that what the United States, also with the in the campaign
C10.
with Israel, has been able to defeat the capability of the Iranians to achieve nuclear capability, attrit their ballistic missile development, and put their proxies, either destroy their proxies or put their
Where the fuck is 9 at?
They're not going to live much longer. And so I see this.
All right, let's look on Navigraph, because
and that we can go from what we've seen over the course of the last 5 weeks, which has been quite phenomenal and destructive in terms of what has been able to be achieved. And we can transition into a period where we could have sustainable engagement against those targets, the 3 red lines of proxies, missiles, and nukes.
it goes from C8 straight to C10.
It doesn't
Oh, okay.
boots on the ground at all to secure
No.
the engine, but to identify it as best we can.
So I guess it's in between that. So let's go between C8, C10, this one right
We
here.
can go after Esfahan, Natanz,
So let's do that.
as a matter of routine and further degrade their ability and set back
All right, so we know where we need to go.
Until we put boots on the ground and start opening school doors, there's never going to be a level of certainty.
So we need to go ahead and hang this left.
Say, what is 30%, 80%? Look, I don't know. But we can set this back so that they don't become a threat until such point as the Iranian people say, look, we're tired of being in a threat situation all the time. A social contract shoved down our throat 50 years ago. Is we've got to listen to these lunatics in Iran. This theocracy is hypocritical, incredibly hypocritical at its root. And at some point, we give them the opportunity to rise up and say, we want something different. That horizon may
What the hell?
away. But the horizon
External,
for us is racing
yes.
upon us because we have elections. We have a local election, and we have ballot associated. And I don't just agree. Yeah, I think every one of President Trump's predecessors is probably smoking a cigar and drinking a bourbon right now saying, you know, for God's sakes, I wish I could.
Well, I'm not convinced by that, and the reason is I think there's also credibility with President Trump, to be honest, which is that after the 12-day war last summer, he was out there
And we're going
saying very
to
loudly, we have destroyed
Charlie.
the capability, putting back decades, blah, 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 and yet within 8 months he felt the need to launch a full-fledged war against Iraq, precisely the reasons that he said had been neutralized 8 months earlier. So there is a credibility. And my question would be here, well, how do we know? Whose word do we take? If suddenly we get the same statements being made, oh, we've done it again. 8 months later, we've once again, we have neutralized the nuclear threat for another big decade. Well, how do we know what to believe?
Well, first, I know Donald.
Sorry, that was the Jim. Sorry, yeah.
Well, you know Donald Trump. You've talked to him.
Yeah.
He loves hyperbolic rhetoric. He plays information warfare as well as any leader on the planet. And as long as I can remember, probably Reagan was the last guy who did that style. And Reagan's was polished movie star. Trump's is bombastic New York real estate tycoon. And so he does that to throw the other side off balance. He claims things that he wants to be true to go ahead and assume the close. He uses every technique of the art of the deal to try and push what he wants to happen. Now, in this case, there was tremendous damage and their nuclear program was broken in the 12-day war. When we saw and noticed that they were doing things...
This is a good flight, guys.
This
was aight.
Say, well, you know what? They didn't learn the lesson. We broke it. They couldn't take a bomb.
All right, so we should be pulling up on C9.
And these 12 Shia Islam
should be right up here on this corner.
Iran believes that they need an Armageddon-like event to bring the return of the 12th Imam.
I hope, anyway.
So you can't trust guys like that, but you can say they're going to look at the long game. And if you want to go ahead and say, okay, during my presidency, I took care of the midterms and kept the Republican majority, great, you don't do the right thing. President Trump took the poison pill for all of us and went ahead and
it doesn't even show it.
And hopefully he's taken that regime out for the long term.
Okay, so
it's not even showing. Okay, so that's 10.
What you think is going to happen?
I think we will go ahead and blockade the strait and go ahead and stop them.
No, that's 10.
And bringing stuff in, and that will break the regime enough that they will capitulate. They will give up the enriched uranium and figure they could make more later or cheat or buy one from somebody. And then what will happen is a longer, slow degradation of the entire Islamic Republic remnants until the people of Iran are feeling free enough to rise up with some help and go ahead and bring about a new government that serves their interests.
Bro, I'm so off target.
Okay, Major General Marks.
I'm off target like a motherfucker. It's all good. It's all good.
We're in transition at the tactical level. We're going to have an increased presence of Marines, which gives the CENTCOM.
Look at that. Way off target. But my thrusters never work. Watch this.
I think there will remain negotiations of a sort.
Oh shit, it's working today. What?
That's a non-negotiable.
Okay.
A force, a non-permissive engagement.
It's working today. Good shit. So we're gonna even ourselves out. and be
Also
professionals.
figured out how to make oil and combustion with French oil. So conducting the blockade of the Straits of Hormuz will increase pressure. It will increase pressure on the regime in Iran. I don't think it's going to break it, but it's going to be sufficient. In addition to what has already occurred,
I can't believe it's working. Honestly.
We'll have negotiations again moving forward.
Why is it going forward now?
Start to address that red line, which is.
Hold on. Does it just do it when you look outside? Look, I talk too fucking fast, bro.
And that becomes an opportunity to stop what's happening.
Yeah, I talk too soon. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go.
To both of you in terms of your vastly superior military expertise on this. I just don't quite share your confidence, but I do appreciate it. Thank you both very much.
Thank you. Good to be with you.
Here's one of our sense of proudly. The only boss around here is me. Enjoy our show. We offer one simple thing. Subscribe on YouTube and follow Please Broadcast Censored on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. In turn, we will continue our mission to inform, irritate, and entertain. And we do it all for free. Independent, uncensored media has never been more critical, and we can do it, you know?
Then it gave everybody whiplash right there. There we go. There we go, baby. That's what you call professionalism right there, baby. All right. So let's go ahead. Chocks, GPU. We spending the night here. We spending the night. Lights off. All right.
Engine off time logged. The flight is finished.
We're getting our money.
It has been monitored by On Air.
Let's see what my score is. Very smooth. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah. I might have to screenshot that one. Look, damn near killed myself trying to do that. Let's see. Very smooth. We'll post that. What's my score, though? That's my question. Come on, give me a good score, man. Oh, shit, they ain't playing my score. Oh, shit. Okay. All right. That's cool. Well, guys, I really do appreciate you guys taking the time to chill with little me running my damn mouth the entire damn time, watching all this controversial bullshit. And I'll be on here tomorrow as well. Same bat time, same bat channel. Yeah, man. And thank you. That's all I could say. I'm appreciative of you taking that time to spend with me, because you can always be doing anything else. So I do appreciate you guys. And I hope you guys sleep well or have a good day.